Hey, how you doing? Hey, so this is Admin from PlexGuide. So we're doing a quick video on speed test. So obviously here on the right-hand side, you can see that I have results. So I have this pulled up just in case. I'm gonna go ahead and deploy it. So in PG Box, you're gonna type speed test, and then I already have it installed, so there's no point for me to go through with this. But the container is gonna install like everything else, and then the port that you're gonna access it on is 8223. Now, unlike most speed tests, you know how it says unknown ISP here? I'm running this on a virtual machine. So technically this is running on a VM that's a bridge. So that means it's communicating out to the router and back to my browser here. What I explained on the wiki page here is that, let's see, speed test, is that this is pretty useful for measuring speeds between yourself and your server. So remember, don't get confused. So if your server, let's say your speeds at home, let's say your server offers a 1 gig pipe, right? And um, your computer at home can only do up to 100 megabits or 10% of 1 gig. Well, if you see speeds of 100, that's actually realistic because your computer cannot pull any faster than that. So if you're doing troubleshooting, it's great to see how your computer or your device is responding with your server. So just keep that in mind, and I explain that here too. Also, if you're trying to understand what bandwidth is, because people have a general idea of it, but I kind of go into a better explanation of it. I just click that bandwidth link and it'll kind of give you a better idea of everything because you need to understand jitter and latency and lag. Um, but other than that, we're just going to go ahead and let's go back to that container. So 10. So I'm going to go ahead and do start right here. So when I did my last test, it was around 200 down. So that's actually pretty consistent. And then the uploads have been around 900. If I were you, I would test it like no more than 3 times. So again, this is on an internal network, but this is good to see because if I was running this as a Plex server, this shows, an outcome of, speeds that, devices can talk to the system. Now remember, they have their own internal bandwidth, they have their own internal cards, and it does matter if you do wireless or you do wired. So there's all those other factors. But if you see this like running at like 2, and then this layer got 3, there might be something jacked up on your network. So, and actually, I think a year ago I did use this for something, and I did find out that I was having issues with my wireless because I configured it as a B on accident. I was using DDWTR and I was doing an experiment and I forgot to change it back. So it actually helped fix my bandwidth problems internally into my house. But other than that, just keep in mind that this is between you and your server. So remember, because there are people that complain that their speeds are slow, you got to remember, you got to check your own ISP because your ISP could be throttling you. Your equipment can suck, right? So if you have a crappy wireless router, see my server at home, if I do host out, it's wired to the router. I do have a Nighthawk 9000, so that's like an insanely powerful router. That's pretty much overkill. Um, and then you have to remember the connections between you and, um, either, the people playing between you or between your remote server. So if you have throttling going on, for example, there's a company called Layer 3 Communications, AT&T, they're in the middle of all this stuff. So they could be throttling your connection. So just keep those in mind. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this quick video. If you could subscribe, like, comment, donate, be on the forums, give us a get star on the project. It would definitely help. Other than that, you have a good one. Later.